guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. So today I am bringing you a pretty exciting video. We are going to chat about my favorite makeup products from 2016. I feel like every time I sit down to film a favorites video, the first thing that pops into my head is to talk about how quickly the time has gone by since the last time I filmed a favorites video. So I feel kind of like a broken record saying that. But this year really did completely fly by. 2016, I don't know what to say about 2016. There were some really awesome things about this year. There were some really not so awesome things about this year. I'm really excited to see where 2017 takes me, especially here on my channel. I feel like the latter half of this year, my channel really started to take off a little bit and grow. And I'm really excited to build a community with you guys. So I hope more of you will be joining our little family here in the new year. And in the meantime, I have a ton of stuff to share with you guys. So I should probably stop rambling or this intro is going to be way too long, and let's get into my favorite makeup products from 2016. So last year when I did this, I actually was not really doing YouTube very much, so I did this as just a written blog post. But I basically broke down everything into like the best of each category, so we're gonna do that again this year. And I'm basically just gonna go in the order that I would put everything onto my face. So first is Best Primer of 2016, and this was like pretty much hands down a piece of cake for me to pick out. That is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I had gotten a sample of this earlier this year. I loved it, so I had to go out and buy the full size. And this has definitely been one of my favorite beauty products to use this year altogether. This is a really great hydrating face primer. It's infused with coconut water. It smells super yummy, and it makes your face nice and moisturized so your foundation glides on really easily. And even though I am someone who gets very oily in the T-zone, especially in the summer, at this time of year, my skin actually gets really dry everywhere that it's not the T-zone, so this has been a serious lifesaver for me since the weather has gotten colder. So for my favorite foundation of 2016, I actually had two products to share with you guys, kind of because one is a CC cream and one is a true foundation, so I kind of felt like they were different enough that I had to include both. And the first one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. As you can see, I am like 2/3 of the way done with this bottle because I've been using it to death. I believe this launched in 2016, if I remember correctly, and people went bananas over this foundation. It's really full coverage. It wears beautifully on the skin throughout the day. It leaves a nice like dewy sort of finish on your skin, but if you want to sort of reduce that, you can just set it down with some powder. And I love this. I think it's about $10 a bottle, so for the price, you seriously cannot beat it. And then the thing that I basically lived in this entire summer, I went through an entire tube of this already this year and already had to repurchase, and that is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. Really super long name, but very sort of basic, awesome product. This is a CC cream. It has seriously, ridiculously amazing coverage. And it has SPF 50, it uses all physical sunscreens, it does not break me out. And I noticed when I switched to a different CC cream from this, my skin immediately started to get congested, and as soon as I switched back to this, my skin was happy again. So we are BFFs. This product, I think it is awesome. If you are looking for something with sun protection to use during the day, I could not recommend this more. I have a feeling this concealer is gonna be on a lot of people's best of beauty lists this year, and it's for good reason. It's freaking amazing. That is the Tarte Shape Tape. This stuff sold out for months, and actually I believe it is back in stock at Ulta, and they have now released even more colors, which is great. But this is like a full coverage concealer dream. It has a giant applicator, so it makes it so easy to apply underneath your eyes. It covers everything beautifully. It blends beautifully, it sets down, it's ridiculously long wearing. It's just like everything you could possibly want from a concealer in a happy, magical little tube. So last year I didn't even include a setting powder, I'm pretty sure, in my favorites. Because I didn't powder my face a whole lot prior to this year, but now it's definitely a necessary step to doing my foundation, especially because my skin tends to get so oily around my nose and chin and forehead. And I actually got along really well this year with the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder. I was not a super huge fan of her concealer, but I did actually really like this product a lot. It does set down your makeup really nicely. It leaves sort of like a satiny finish on your skin, and it's just a very nice, lightweight, translucent powder. You get a ton of product in this jar, and it has a really cute star-shaped sifter, which, as you know, not really important at all, but I think it's a nice touch. I'm also all about setting sprays. I love finishing my makeup with a setting spray because I really do feel like it helps to lock everything down, take away any powderiness, and just make your makeup last beautifully all day. And this year, my favorite discovery was the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray, which for someone, once again, with oily skin, this is amazeballs. And it is very affordable. I think it was about $8 for this bottle, and you get 100 mils, which is a decent amount. I really liked the L'Oreal one last year, and I feel like this one is just as good, and it is like half the price. So if you're looking for a good setting spray that also helps to control shine, you should definitely check this one out. So again, for bronzers, I kind of cheated a little bit. I have two that I want to share that I really loved from 2016. And the first one, again, was a super hyped product this year. Everyone and their mom was raving about it, and I also jumped on the bandwagon. And that is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This stuff smells like a pina colada. It is delicious, and it leaves such a beautiful bronzy glow on your skin. I love that it's matte. I'm not really a big fan of shimmery bronzers because then I feel like my face gets a little too disco ball-y. I like to control where I have any shine. And this is just, if you have a light to like light medium complexion, I think this is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer choice. I wish that they had more shades that were better for people with deeper complexions. But if you happen to be someone who this works for, I think it is lovely. This other favorite of mine I feel like does not get nearly enough hype for how good it is, and this is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer. Now this is a cream bronzer, and it basically is just like a buttery, beautiful dream. I would just like swipe it on to my cheekbones and around my forehead and blend it in with my fingers. It is so easy, it's so fast. And I feel like it has some really good ingredients in it for your skin. It hasn't caused me any breakouts, and I just really, really like it. Milk is one of those brands that's sort of like new and up and coming this year. And in terms of products from the line that I think are worth checking out, this is probably the favorite one I've tried so far. Blush was so hard for me to pick because I love blush, which probably is not shocking since my blog is Little Blushing Birdie, and that was kind of my thought process when I chose the name that I did. So I have a lot of blushes. I decluttered a lot this year actually, but I still have a pretty ridiculously sized collection. But in 2016, there were a couple that I really loved that I discovered and I think are worth mentioning. The first one is not a new product by any means. This has been around for a long time, but it's new to me. I picked it up this spring, and that is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush. This is the Beach Peach color, and it is a very shimmery, sort of pinky, champagne-y, bronzy blush. And at first I thought that this was going to be way too metallic and glittery on my skin, but it's actually really not. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today, and it just gives your skin a gorgeous glow without leaving any glittery particles behind. It's really, really lovely. You get a ton of product in these pans, and I actually picked this up during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, so I was able to get it for half price. So if they do bring this back in the spring, because I've noticed they've included this blush several years in a row during that promotion, definitely pick it up because at the reduced price especially, totally worth investing in. Now I also wanted to share my favorite cream blushes. That is a powder blush. And I kind of had two I was torn between because I've been using these a ton, especially in the last couple of months. So these are actually both products you can use on your lips or cheeks, although I think I tend to prefer to use them on my cheeks. The first one is this Seraphine Botanicals Guava Butter. I actually got this in an Ipsy bag and I freaking love it. I feel like I enjoy my Ipsy samples, but it's sort of rare that I find one that I fall like head over heels obsessed with. And I had never heard of this brand before Ipsy introduced me to them. They're a natural beauty brand, and I think this product is amazing. It's super, super creamy and buttery. It leaves a beautiful flush on your cheeks, and it blends in so easily with your fingers. So I like that it's a stick. I can just boop, boop, blend in, be good to go. The other one that I really liked is by Jouer, and it's their Lip and Chic tint. And I have the shade Amaryllis here, which I think that they discontinued, but they have a lot of other really lovely shades. And again, this is something you can just swirl your finger in, pat a little bit onto your cheeks, and blend it out, and it gives you a really lovely natural flush. You could also use a stippling brush if you don't want to use your fingers. That would also work really well. but I think that both of these are very natural, dewy, and have a decent wear time. And so if you're looking for a creamy blush, I would definitely recommend checking these ones out. So I feel like when it comes to highlighter, every year gets more and more crazy than the year before. Like, people are obsessed with highlighters. 2016 was the year of like space blinding glows from your cheeks. And I tried a lot actually that I really liked, but if I had to pick one, I have to say, I don't even care, it has to be Champagne Pop from Becca Cosmetics in her collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. Now I have this split pan version with the Flower Child Blush, which, side note, also super beautiful. And this whole collection was a gorgeous launch from 2016 from Becca. I think they did an amazing job with the packaging, to the products, to everything. Jaclyn Hill is a rock star. It was a great collaboration. But Champagne Pop was one of those things, I can't remember if it launched in 2015 or 2016, but I did not finally get my hands on it until this year, and I wear this constantly. Like, I think that considering how much highlighter one actually uses, it might take me a while to get through just this split pan, but if I ever did get through it, I would have to repurchase a full size because I cannot live without this in my life. So for brows, I actually have two products that I wanted to share with you guys. One is a powder and one is a gel cream. And these have been like game changers for me in 2016. I feel like this is the year that I finally started to like figure out how to not suck at doing my eyebrows. And I'm still not great at it. I still look at some people and I just like marvel at how utterly perfect their eyebrows come out. I don't know if I just need to like shape mine more or trim them or do something with my actual hairs, because I feel like I've got my technique down okay. I don't know. If you have magical eyebrow secrets, please share them with me in the comments down below or link me some good videos, because I would really love to check them out. But anyway, the two products that I fell in love with in 2016 are the NYX Eyebrow Gel and the Peak Espresso Brow Powder. I have included these in tons of tutorials. I have, if you've been following me on Instagram, shown them in tons of looks that I've used. These are awesome brow products. The brow gel, I feel like, is better if you want like a really sharp sort of Instagram brow. It does still look relatively natural. It blends out pretty well. And this stuff is like waterproof, smudge-proof, budge-proof. This stuff will last through a freaking hurricane. It's amazing. But it is a little more sort of like perfect looking. So if you want your eyebrows to look a little bit more soft and natural, I would recommend going with the powder. And I feel like Peak is a sort of up-and-coming brand that a lot of people talk about them. I got this at Gen Beauty, and I use this all the time, multiple times a week for sure. And whether or not I use it all by itself or as a way to like fill my brows in, and like if I do like a pencil to define the edges, this is just a really nice natural looking powder. You have two shades inside, one that's light and one that's dark, so you can kind of mix them together and create a custom shade that works for you. It's really long wearing, and I think it is just fantastic. So if you've been around these parts before, you're probably aware that I am obsessed with eye products. I love eyeshadow palettes, I love eyeshadow singles, I love all things eyeshadow related. It is kind of an obsession of mine. Even though I don't necessarily even wear eyeshadow every day, I love it, and I want to like own every single one. Before we get into the shadows themselves though, I did want to share my favorite eye primer discovery of this year, and that is the Too Faced Glitter Glue. I have written a full review on this product. I have talked about it in a number of different videos, so it's probably not surprising to you that I am choosing this one. But this will completely change your eyeshadow game if you like to wear glittery or metallic shadows. I mean, obviously you can use this to apply a loose glitter or pigment to your eyes, but if you have a metallic shadow that you feel just does not like have enough oomph to it, if you put this on, it gives the shadow something to adhere to, so you can really pack it on the lids, and it will completely just blow your mind. If you've never tried this primer before, you need to go out and buy it, and enough said, you will understand. So for my favorite eyeshadow singles of 2016, I had to give my props to ColourPop. I had never tried ColourPop before this year, and I totally fell in love. I think they are an amazing brand. They're super affordable. Their like names are really cute and funny, and they have a really ridiculously amazing color selection in all of their products. Right now they mostly just do color cosmetics, hence ColourPop, so they don't have foundations or anything like that. But if you want eye or lip products, you definitely need to check them out. So I'm actually wearing on my eyes right now this shade that's called Crimper. I think this might have been a limited edition shade. I'm not 100% sure, but it is a really gorgeous gold metallic. ColourPop's metallic shadows are ridiculous. They're best applied with your fingers. You just swirl your finger in the pot and pat it on your lids, and they build up to this amazing, super foiled, glittery finish. Stunning. So yes, if you've never tried a ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow, they have a really cool, unique texture. They're sort of like weirdly bouncy and creamy. They have a ton of pigmentation and they blend beautifully on your eyes. They're only $5. So I highly recommend checking them out if you have not already. Now, when it comes to my favorite eyeshadow palette of this year, this one was sort of like, it was easy, but also totally not easy for me to figure out. There were so many good eyeshadow palette launches this year, like ridiculous. I think I'm going to be doing like a makeup collection / declutter video series at the beginning of the year. So I will be sharing all of the eyeshadow palettes that I own, I think, in that video series. But if I had to pick one to talk about today that was my favorite from 2016, that like I think was the best deal, like the best launch, it is limited edition, so you may or may not still be able to get your hands on it, but it is the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. I mean, really, I don't think this is going to shock anybody because I've used this in a bajillion tutorials and I've talked about it in my favorites like more than once. It is a phenomenal eyeshadow palette. I mean, it's massive. You get so much in here for $60. Like, you really cannot beat this. If you want color in your collection and you are bored of just another neutral palette, this was like the way to go. You get a ridiculous number of beautiful matte shades. They are lovely in terms of pigmentation. They blend out so well. And then all these Metal Crush shadows are just stunning. They add a gorgeous metallic foiled finish to your lids. Also really creamy, really pigmented. I just think this palette, Kat Von D outdid herself with this. And if you can still get it, it is totally worth owning. Use your Christmas gift cards and treat yourself. Now, when it comes to eyeliner, my favorite eyeliner of 2016 had to be this Tarte Tartist Double Take eyeliner. And I feel like I don't understand why people don't talk about this more. It is awesome. This is basically a double-ended eyeliner. It is part of the Double Duty Beauty collection they sell at Ulta. And on one end, you have your felt-tipped eyeliner, and on the other end, you have a gel pen. Both of them are ridiculously amazing quality-wise. I love the felt tip pen. It is so easy to create a cat eye. It's what I used as my eyeliner today. And if you want to fill in your waterline, this gel pen is beautiful. It goes on really creamy, really pigmented. If you want to smudge it out, you can, but once it sets, it doesn't move. And also the packaging on this is just freaking gorgeous, and I love it. So if you are looking to basically get the most bang for your buck with your eyeliner, this is $20 and it's basically 2 products in one, so you really cannot beat it. And my last eye product is mascara, which I actually don't have because I had this product closer to the beginning of the year and I haven't repurchased it yet because I have more mascara than I know what to do with. But hands down, the best mascara that I tried in 2016 was the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. I will insert a little picture for you guys of what it looks like. It was amazing. That mascara just built volume for days on your lashes. So I felt like the packaging on it was a little bit bulky, but it was still a really ridiculously beautiful product, and it is a little pricey for a mascara, but if you are looking for a luxury mascara to splurge on, that is by far, hands down, the favorite one that I've ever tried. So before we get into lip products, I do want to share a few of my favorite makeup application tools that I've been using in the last year. The first one is my favorite sponge discovery, and this is something that I came across a little bit more recently. I've only had it for a couple months now, but I think it is amazing. And this is the NYX Blending Sponge. As far as I know right now, you can only get this on the NYX website or in NYX stores. I hope they will eventually bring it to Ulta and the drugstores. But this sponge is by far the closest thing to a beauty blender that I have come across that is more affordable. This retails for about $8. I love that A, it's black, so it does not get stained or dirty the way that a beauty blender does. And it has this nice flat edge, so if you want to be able to like just press your makeup in on a large area, it makes it really easy for you to do that. I think I would like to do a like battle of the blenders at some point. I have like a ton of different beauty sponges. If that's something you'd like to see, definitely let me know in the comments down below. But I think it would be fun to put this and a bunch of my other affordable finds like head to head against a beauty blender, so I can kind of compare and contrast them for you guys, and you can see why I like or dislike some for different reasons. So my MVP face brush of 2016 has to be the Bold Metals 301 contour brush from Real Techniques. This bad boy is stupidly expensive. I'm not gonna lie, for a makeup brush, this is a chunk of change to invest in, but if you can get it on sale, because Real Techniques frequently does go on sale at like Ulta or Kohl's and whatnot, you definitely should pick this up. It is a beautiful brush. Of all the ones in the Bold Metals collection I've tried, this is my favorite. And it is just the perfect brush to use to contour your cheekbones. It is ridiculously soft, but it's also nice and dense, and it keeps the product like in a very clean, concentrated area, but does allow you to blend it out nicely. It's just like if you don't want to have a messy looking contour, if you want your cheekbones to look nice and sharp, but still well blended, this brush will be your BFF. These next brushes I all use for my eyes, and these seriously have made me up my eyeshadow game this year. I feel like my eye makeup looks better than ever, and it's largely in part to having better tools. The first brush is by NYX. This is their blending brush. This is the perfect thing to transition colors in your crease. It's super fluffy, it's really nice, but it still offers like a decent amount of precision. It's a freaking beautiful brush. It washes really well. I love it. If you are looking for a nice like crease blending brush, this one, go get it. Go check it out. Now, if I want to blend a darker color into the outer V and I want more precision, but I still want to blend well, I cannot stop reaching for the Luxie Small Taper Blending Brush. This thing is like a miracle worker. It is basically the same kind of shape as the NYX brush, but it's like miniature. So let me show you like the comparison in sizes. So like, see how this one is a lot shorter and it's a little less wide. So it's perfect for getting like right in that outer corner of your eye and blending things out beautifully. I use this brush like every single day. Every day that I'm wearing eyeshadow, I use this brush. And it has been washing well and wearing really well. It doesn't shed or anything. It is lovely. This last one's kind of weird, and I don't know if I've ever really talked about it, but I use it a lot. Sort of like my little secret weapon. So I'm sharing with you guys now. Lucky you. This is by Crown Brush. It's their C464 brush, and this is actually a lip brush, but I use it on my eyes because it is a very nice, flat, narrow brush, and I think this is perfect for packing on color into the inner corner of my eyes. So if I want to add some sparkle right up in there, I can use this brush, and I think it retails for like $2 or $3. It's ridiculously affordable, and it is just the best little secret weapon. I love this thing. So finally, we are almost done. The last thing to share are my favorite lip products of 2016. So this year, liquid lipstick had a moment. I mean, it was already having a moment last year, and this year it's like it went ham. So I know that I was late to the party with this, but 2016 was the year that I finally discovered the Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick. And this stuff really is amazing. It's super long wearing, it dries down matte, but it's not uncomfortable, and they have a really amazing range of shades. This is the color Pasadena, which is a beautiful nudie neutral color, and I've been wearing this one a ton since I got it at Gen Beauty in September. Now when it comes to an actual traditional lipstick, nothing beats my Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. These are so good. Bite relaunched their whole lipstick line with this new formula. They got rid of their luminous cream lipsticks and came out with the Amuse Bouche formula, and it is, it's just heavenly. First of all, they smell like lemony deliciousness. They're so nice. They're made with food grade ingredients. They're ultra pigmented. They are super creamy and long wearing on the lips. And for $26, they wear just as well as a YSL lipstick that costs $10 more. So if you want to splurge and get yourself like one ridiculously amazing lipstick, I could not recommend these ones more. Now for a lip pencil, this is not really a lip liner, but like a pencil type product. I feel like this also did not get nearly enough hype. I loved this launch. I was obsessed with it. I was so happy when Nude Sticks sent them to me because I really wanted to try them. And they were their gel colored lip and cheek balms. These are super moisturizing, glossy lip pencils. I am wearing the shade Haven right now. I'm just gonna throw a little more up on here. This formula is ridiculous. For a glossy lip, it is ridiculously long wearing. It does not feel sticky, it does not feel goopy, it is just beautiful, and I love that for something so glossy, you have a ton of precision because it is a pencil applicator. I think Nude Sticks just has an amazing collection of products. I love their brand, I love their line, and they have a ton of amazing products. And this one probably was my favorite launch of 2016 that they did. And last, but certainly not least, I kind of had to save the glitz and glam for the end. My favorite, you can't really call this a lip gloss, but it is a lip topper, and it is the Jouer Skinny Dip. This thing stole everybody's hearts this year. It is a gorgeous, glittery lip topper. So it kind of goes on like a gloss and it leaves this ultra glittery metallic finish, but it's not goopy like a lip gloss is. You could wear this alone, you could wear it over a liquid lipstick, a regular lipstick, over a lip liner. The possibilities are endless basically. But if you want to add a beautiful glittery shine to your lips, this is just, it is stunning. So finally we made it. Those were all of my favorite makeup products from 2016. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. I appreciate you so much. If you like these kinds of favorites videos, definitely make sure you give this one a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. And stay tuned because I'm also going to be doing my favorite of skin, hair, nails, all that jazz in another separate video. And as always, if you're new to my channel, make sure you click that little subscribe button before you go. We would love to have you here. And if you're already subscribed and haven't turned on notifications yet, click that little bell down below. That way you'll know whenever I post new content. My plan for the new year is to be uploading on Mondays and Fridays. So I may have some bonus extra videos with all the stuff that I want to do for the start of the new year. But for the most part, I'm thinking Mondays and Fridays are when things are going to be happening around these parts. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome New Year's. I hope the end of 2016 goes swimmingly for you. And I hope you have an amazing 2017 and kick things off to a great start. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.